All right, so we got this new, basically it's a foam mount. I mean, you can mount anything on these things. You can mount your camera, you can mount a radio, whatever. But it's for the FJ. It's this Bulletpoint mounting solutions. This is the main thing here. So we get a sticker, some instructions, and then some bunch of little tools here, and screws and hardware and stuff. A screwdriver. I think it even, yeah, there it is. Comes with a drill bit to drill our hole. It comes with one of their ball mounts, and so this basically, I'll show you in a minute here where it goes. That's kind of the Rubigrid, huh? So you can mount this left, right, whatever. The ball mount here, you can put it wherever you want. And then we got a bunch of other boxes. So we got another ball mount for there, so I can put one on the right side, one on the left. I'm kind of going to do a dual thing here. So then I have two of these, which this is the arm that'll go from the ball mount to the universal phone mount, which I believe this is one of them. Yeah, there we go. So this is the universal phone mount. So it's got their little logo on everything. So I got two ball mounts, two arm mounts, two universal phone mounts, and I'll show you real quick where this goes in the car. I wish I had a little more light in here, but this should be all right. So we got to move the Lego guy like I was figuring. And then this, I just had like a, they make these, it's basically like tape. It's sticky on the one side, and then it's like a Lego brick on the other side. So that's got to go, because this goes right there. It basically has like these little kind of hooks, clips, that clip into the top of the HVAC AC vents there, and it already like sits pretty stable there. So, and then you can kind of see how it kind of gives you like a flush mount there. So then you take this top plate off, which we'll do back over on the bench, and then it'll give us access to these 4 holes here on the back. You got the 1, 2 over here on this side and 2 on there, and then you got a drill. But from what I'm seeing, you don't have to drill into your actual dash. It's more of this this front piece here, which I'm not sure how big this whole trim piece is. I think it's just around these AC vents here, because I've taken this off a million times, taken this off a million times. So I believe this piece here with the clock and the vents is separate, but you got to drill into there. So like 2 screws here and 2 on the other side. So let's go back over to the bench and pull this this top plate off here. All right, so like I said, we got to pull these off. So okay, so we got the top plate, pull it off, and then we'll mount the 2 ball mounts to it here shortly, one on the left and one on the right here. But we got to get this in the car first. So let's see what we got here in this hardware kit bag here. So got a screwdriver, which kind of using my own right now. I believe these are the screws to install it, put it on. Maybe these are some extra top plate ones in case we lose some, not really sure. And I'm not sure what those are. Scan to see how yeah, we might have to look at what these are, how this stuff comes into play, because yeah, we got like a little tool here too. So let's take a look and see what the heck this is all about. Okay, so it looks like these nuts, I just watched the little video. They work a little bit better going in between the grids here, coming up through where your screws will be coming down for like your mounts, your ball mounts. I would have thought they were the same as these, but I'm guessing they're not. They're different. So we'll have to see which ones work better. We'll see if it's the ones they gave us or the ones that came with it. I would hope that it would be the ones that they. Oh, okay. Yeah, here we go. We got in the other ball mount, it comes with 2 different sets of nuts too. So we'll be all right. So yeah, we'll get to see which ones we like better, and we'll run those ones. So now we got to run over to the vehicle, set this in, and make sure it's centered where we want it, and then make some marks where we want to drill into our dash and install these screws here. All right. All right, I think before I go drilling and installing this part into the FJ, I kind of want to put these on first. That way I don't have to bring the camera over there and over back and forth. I can just grab this at one time and just stick it on. So we're gonna put these bad boys on here. It was pretty nice. It's kind of got like a, it's not felt, but it's kind of like a, almost feels like a magnet, but it's, I don't think it is. Just a little material on there so it's not like clanging around. So I want to put these as far to the edge as I can, I think, just so I can get them to kind of clear the vents. I don't really want it right in front of the vents. So we're going to stick these bolts through. This over is what nuts are we going to use. It looks like I might actually use the other ones they sent me here. So let's find something to set this on, open up this bag of these other nuts here, and then we'll install these ones instead. So yeah, these, let's see if I can get this thing to focus here. Not really, huh? But they kind of have a, like a hex head that would go, oh, actually, so maybe the washers won't work. Let me pull that washer off there. Yeah, these need to go directly in there. So actually, I need to put it up into the hole here. Here we go, like that, and then we'll screw this in. So actually, we won't even really need the wrench. The wrench, I think, would go on the bottom of the nuts, and then you would use your Allen wrench to tighten them. But if you've got that hex portion going up through the slots here, then you won't need to do that. So let me go ahead and get them all started here, and then we'll tighten them down. So I got one on there. I didn't tighten it down yet, and I didn't put the other one on yet because I want to see something. I want to make sure I can get these 4 screws to line up. Cool, and it looks like I can. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't, you know, hitting. So it looks like it's good. So yeah, you can definitely go under those, the furthermost, you know, outside the portion there. So that's good. I'm gonna go ahead and tighten it down and then put the other one on. Started playing with the rest of the mounts and stuff. So it's got like this kind of clamp style. It's got 2 of these. Well, I actually have 4, but you know, it's got 2 for each mount. So one end will go over your ball, which I believe is this bigger end here, and then this end will go over this kind of this lip here. So we'll go ahead and get this. I kind of go ahead and put it on the ball now and get it on there. I don't think it'll be that hard to do in the vehicle, but yeah, just get them on there like that. So all I got to do is just put these 4 screws on, and then I can move and adjust and tighten this how I want it. Plus I can also kind of get a feel for it, if it's going to be where I want it or not before I put these on, because if it's not where I want it, then I'm going to, you know, pull it back off and move these. So actually we might do that before we even screw this down. I might kind of mock everything up. So let me go ahead and do that. I'm actually going to mock everything up how it's going to be, and then that way everything's good to go when we start screwing down and tightening everything. All right, so let's take it over to the FJ now, and then we'll see if this is where I want the arms and whatnot, kind of mock it up. So let's see. All right, I'm gonna try to do this all one-handed here. Wish me luck. All right, so yeah, that's like I said, you can't even shift it left or right. It's there. So that's there. I don't know if this is gonna stay on there though. That's the only problem with this. I might have to, don't want to scratch my mirror up. Let's lower these arms down. I'm just hoping it's not so heavy that it kind of flops over here. So this doesn't have the screws to hold it on. I'll just kind of have to, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, see, it's gonna do what I thought. But it's gonna go there. And yeah, it looks like I can go off to the side of the vents pretty good here, far enough to where I want them, and then I can kind of angle them a little bit. I think that's gonna be good. I definitely don't want it to be, if anything, maybe I could put maybe one in the middle. I don't really mind if it blocks the clock, and then the one on the right. But we'll try the far left and the far right for now. It's just time to make sure this is exactly where we want it, and then mark those back holes here, and then get to drilling. All right, so we got the 4 holes drilled, and then now we're gonna set the mount up there, and then screw it down with the provided screws. All right, so I got all 4 started. I didn't want to really tighten any of them down before I got them all started, because make sure it has they're all aligned, you know. Don't want to kind of tweak it one way and then not be able to get them. And it's screwing in the plastic, so I don't really want to over tighten these either, so just doing it by hand until they kind of snug up a little on me. And then, I mean, for really the most part, this is mostly just to keep it from you know, doing what we did a minute ago with that top plate, just kind of flopping off. So this thing, it ain't going nowhere. So cool, let me get that top plate put on there. I also scanned the little code that came with this, the QR. This is so you can like put this on here like that and make these little wing nuts a little tighter. So you get a little special tool. But let's finish putting these screws in, and then that thing will be pretty much done. So I got 1 screw started in the back. It's loose, so this thing can shimmy around. But I'm having a hell of a time trying to get these screws lined up and go in. So I think what my problem is that I put this thing on backwards. If you look at the American flag, it's upside down. So I just need to rotate this top plate. I'm guessing it can only go on one way. So we'll rotate that around, see if I get better luck at getting these other screws in. So yeah, that is definitely helping. But they still, like I said, just the screws just seem like they barely go in. Like, it would have been nice if they were like a little bit longer. I don't know. It's working. So, like, I'm not gonna tighten those down until I get them all in, but that's definitely what it was. So if you got the same thing, just make sure your American flag logo is facing the right way, and that'll help. All right, that is installed. That thing is, like I said, it's solid, and yeah, those mounts are nice. The only thing is it does, I mean, it's not like right in front of the vent, so definitely getting some air out of there, but like, my girls don't like the air hitting them in the face, so that's why this vent's like, looks like it's down and pointed towards me. I do like the air hitting me in the face, so I might move mine to the middle, I think. But for right now, we'll try this and see how it does. But yeah, that's awesome. I like that. It's nice and solid.